But my path was I started out writing about baseball when I was 11 years old in 2013 for Sports Illustrated Kids. I was covering, if anyone knows what SABR is, it's the Society for American Baseball Research. They do a whole bunch of conferences and conventions focused on baseball analytics and history and all the great things that we love about baseball. And I met their president at an event downtown and introduced myself. And I was obviously this like 11-year-old, just like baseball, nerd doesn't even do it justice, like nerd to the billionth degree. And I introduced myself, and he said, "Oh, happens to be we have a opening at SI Kids. Would you want to do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, tell me where to sign." So that was awesome. I did that for a while. Started like a baseball stats type club at my high school. Knew Jimmy Jomboy through Twitter back to 2017 when he had like 100, 200 followers on Twitter and was just like a dude putting out Yankees GIFs and lineups and videos and stuff like that. And I was just like a 15-year-old kid on Twitter that just wanted to talk to people about baseball. And yeah, and it was really cool to see him kind of climb and climb. And he came and spoke to the high school club that I ran, which it actually ended up being that the day he came to speak was the day after all the Astros stuff broke. We had scheduled that date in advance. And he was obviously like on top of the baseball world when that stuff was happening. So he like went and like did like the Michael K show and then came straight to us. So that
Great
was pretty,
timing.
yeah, exactly. Um, and yeah, I kind of just stayed in touch with him. And I was always like, listen, man, if you ever, I know you're starting making this a real company. Like if you ever need an intern, whatever it is, I do some writing, I do some statistics stuff. Like I'm happy to do whatever. I studied in Israel for 2 years. In the middle of my first year there, I reached out to him and I was like, hey, I'll be back in the city this summer. Just, circling back on an internship. And he was basically like, oh, we could use someone to start right now. You want to start now? And I was like, sure. So I worked for him remote from Israel for like 4 months, 5 months, which do not recommend. It's not a fun experience. I was sleeping like 3 hours a night to wake up in the middle of the night to watch the Yankees, then go to class, then work for him, then nap in the afternoon. It was not a healthy lifestyle, but you got to do what you got to do to get your way in. And yeah, kind of since then, a couple of years ago went full time and kind of just been doing a whole bunch of things in the company since then.